We're live!
We
And I
are
realise
live.
we're in the dark.
Oh,
now we're
there
in
we
the
go.
light.
We're in the light.
There we go. So how are you guys? You well? Everything good?
I hope everything's good for Friday.
It is. Now, before we start, I have to say a quick apologies. I am going to pop out and I need to leave about 7:45-ish. So Kelly will carry on the live, but I do need to go, I'm afraid. So I will be popping out a bit later on. But I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's had a good week. Apologies, we are a little bit late. Yeah, we just have a few things to sort out as we always do.
Yeah.
But we will get on time one time. I know it. I just know it. So what have you guys been up to?
Hope you are all well. So, if you saw from the thumbnail, we've got a few things to try.
We've got, so these are for M&S. I don't know why we're shaking the bag.
I don't know why.
Charlie, hello.
Hey, Charlie,
how
hope
you
you're
doing, Charlie?
well.
You good? Everything good? So we have the tomato and jalapeno peppers. These are corn and sweet potato tortillas. These are from M&S. This is what you bought, isn't it?
Yeah. And these are coriander and zesty lime. And these are fiery chili tortillas. So we're going to give those a bit of a try. I also bought, which Mark has taken off the label, but I also bought the classic dip.
There we are. So this is cheddar and chive, zingy onion garlic, sour cream and chive, and Thousand Island dressing. Hey, Amy! How you doing?
Amy, hope you're well.
Good to see you.
Amy. Did I say Amy?
Amy, yes. Amy, how are you doing? Charlie's got 637 followers.
Ooh, nice,
well done.
Nice.
Right, okay, guys. So, just to show you, so we've got, like I said, we're going to try these crisps, let you know what we think. As I said, if you've just joined us as well, I will be having to leave a little early. But I will. Hey, look who it is! It's Tommy!
Hey, Tommy!
Tommy!
It's been a minute! It's been a minute!
How have you been? How have you been? Where are you up to? So, I was thinking of you actually the other day. I heard from you. Where are you at the moment?
I hope you're well.
Yeah, and hope all's good. I hope everything's going well. Enjoy the crisps. Well, we will share them technically with you. And Amy, what has been happening? What have you been up to? Charlie, what have you been up to? Let us know. Drop it in the comments. Yeah, sorry, just a quick one for you guys. So I will have to unfortunately leave. Kelly will carry on the live, but I've got to leave just before 8 o'clock. It's about 7:45.
Right.
So I haven't got long. So I will. What are you doing?
No, I'm just checking something. You can talk.
I thought you were checking football scores. I'm joking. So we will be doing that. Nothing much. Back home now from uni for the Easter holidays. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Nice and early. Nice and early. Right. Okay, guys. So we have, as I said, the tomato and jalapeno pepper, the coriander and zesty lime, and the chili corn masa. That's right. Yeah, it says masa on there.
Yes,
which is a Mexican one. Tommy said, it's been a minute. I've been traveling Asia for the past 5 weeks. Yes, of course you have.
Nice.
How has it been? Do tell us. Right. Do tell me, Tommy, what's been your favorite country that you have visited? What's been your highlight? Have you had any hairy moments? And any odd things that have happened to you? Do tell us. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you've been up to. Hey, Liam, how are you?
Hey, Liam, hope you're well.
Hi, legends. How are you, sir? How are you? Well, I hope all's good. Right. Like I said, we are going to do a little taste test. We'll do it slightly earlier than we normally do, only because, like I said, I've got to shoot off. So I do want to do this with Kelly before we go.
Ooh.
Right. Yeah, Liam, what have you been up to? You been up to anything exciting? Right.
I've got some classic dips.
We'll try these little dips. Right, which one should we do first?
Whatever one you want. I don't mind.
I want to do the jalapeno peppers one. So this is our first one. This is tomato and jalapeno pepper, corn and sweet potato tortillas. Here we go.
All right, I'm just looking to open this.
You're going to open these.
The only thing about this is then there's no lid. And so it's just a bit horrible when you want to sort of like save it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I know that is kind of a thing. Oh, it's been so good. I think my favorite was Vietnam.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Oh, really? What was so good about Vietnam?
Yeah.
And tell me, did you have any of the exotic foods? Now, my brother, when he went to the Far East, he was saying he went to like food markets where they got tarantulas and scorpions and deep fried ones on the stick. Did you do anything like that? And why was Vietnam your favorite?
Right, I'm gonna try it plain
Yeah, let's
first,
try it plain. So
and then I'm gonna try it with the dip.
these are the tomato and jalapeno peppers.
Okay,
There
okay.
you go.
I like the crunch on the crisp. It's a tiny bit hard. That's all right. You don't like it? Is it not spicy enough?
I've got to be honest.
Mm.
I can't taste the tomato.
Yeah.
There's a tiny bit of jalapeno.
Yeah.
To me, it just tastes like a plain corn chip.
Oh.
Oh, hang on. I am getting a little bit
aftertaste,
of aftertaste to it. Right, let's try some of these dips. Oh, you've got a music gig tomorrow, Liam. He said, oh, I need to tell you about a product from Lidl. Wowie.
Oh,
all right, tell us
okay.
about this. In actual fact, like I said, I discovered a Lidl not too far from us. So, right, let's try this. So we've got this one.
That's the Thousand Island dressing.
That's not bad. Right, let me try another one.
I don't know what this one is. I think that's the garlic and onion.
Oh, God. Right. So the red one was the Thousand Island dressing. The other one was sour and chive. Then we've got zingy onion and garlic. And then we got cheddar and chive. Right, this is the cheddar and chive.
How do you know? Making just wild accusations.
No, I can see
I don't
it.
know.
No, that's cheddar and chive. I can just see from what's in it. No, sorry, that was cheddar and chive. That one, I think, is zingy onion. That one's sour cream and chive. That's sour cream. That's zingy.
Yeah, that's sour cream.
That one is no, that's sour cream and chive.
No, that one is sour cream for sure.
That must be zingy onion, and that's Thousand Island. Right, we got there. Right, Liam said they're called Smash chocolate-covered corn snacks. They are so good. Right, we shall have to take a little look at that. We'll have to take a little look.
These are a little bit spicy. Not as spicy as I would think for something that's got jalapenos in it.
Right, Tommy said, right, so he didn't see, right, Tommy said, so he didn't see anything like that with all exotic deep fried spiders or scorpions or anything. But I went from south to north. I think it was my favorite because I had longer there and I got to see more of the country than the others I went to. What's the cuisine like in Vietnam, Tommy? I'd love to know what that's like, because obviously you're going to get the authentic thing because you're right there in the whole of the country. It's not just the
Look, I just want to show you Mark's dip. Right.
Now, what's going to happen is
hold on.
That dip's going to sit in the fridge for ages, and she's going to.
That's fine, but let's try and savor some because we've got quite a lot of crisps without you scooping the dip.
Guys,
do you like crisps with your dip?
You've got a scoop.
No.
Look how that's designed. It's the scoop. Where are we? Liam said, I'm going to Rome and Croatia in May, Tom. Looking forward to Oh, wonderful. You mentioned that before, actually. I love Rome. Do you know what it's like? Actually, I don't know if anybody's traveling at the moment, but go careful because there was a major fire in Heathrow. So
power outage.
Yeah, and they're saying there's no flights from there. Tia, how are you doing?
Hey, Tia, hope you're well.
How have you been? Tia, how was your I forgot to ask you, how was your Turkish meal? Was it good? Did you enjoy?
Now, I think the best dip with this specific crisp is this one, Thousand Island.
Right.
No, one.
Hey, Liam, says Tia. It was so nice. My favourite was the pho. You like pho?
I love pho.
Now, guys, tell me in the comments, do you scoop like that or do you just dip?
If it's guacamole, yes. If it's a dip, no.
Are you a dipper or are you a scooper? Let us know in the comments.
Right, I've now opened the coriander and zesty lime.
Right, so we're going to give this one a go. Mark loves the dip. I do love the dip.
I'm telling you, honestly, all the sauces.
Let's try them on their own. Oh.
63.
Oh, you've done an order, have you?
Let me just double check. Let's see. Let's see what he comes back with.
Look at that. You didn't tell me you'd done an order.
I know. I wanted to surprise you.
Oh, thank you very much. Funny you're eating crisps. I saw someone online pour crisps on a tray, add cheese and salami, and crisp it up in the oven. Oh, Tia said the Turkish was so amazing. What did you have? Do tell me, because I love Turkish food. Right.
Yeah, it's one of Mark's favourite.
Here we go. Well, guys, I'm not going to lie. This might cheer me up because I've had a bit of a glum day today.
Yeah, he has.
So this will hopefully...
They put two lids on this. They always put two lids on.
Cheer me up. So here we are. Right. Where are we? Liam said scoop. See, Liam scoops.
Liam, I don't expect you to encourage him to scoop. Thank you very much.
Now, right, let me just tell you about these. Going back to these corn things while I'm doing everybody's comments. I've got to say, I can't tell the difference between these two. If I close my eyes, I'm not getting a taste.
This one doesn't taste enough of coriander, to be fair, but I can taste the zesty lime.
Right.
Yeah.
Barely. I'm going to level with you guys. There's not much difference in taste between the two.
I need to smell this. Yeah, that's the garlic, that's the cheese. Nice with the garlic and cheese.
The cheese is nice with it, actually. It's really, really good.
Sorry, no, this is the garlic and onion, sorry.
Oh, you had a kofta, and then you had the Turkish salad. So it's the kofta. Is that the Turkish pizza? Is that right?
No, the kofta is the lamb skewer.
Oh no, that's yeah. Sorry, the Turkish pizza is the pide. Yeah, you're right. It's the flat thing. Was it good? I love a Turkish pide though. Turkish pide is delicious. Turkish food is wonderful.
Mm. I really do like this Thousand Island dressing with these crisps.
No, you can't. Unfortunately, you guys can't see what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm just trying each dip.
So let me just show you. So we've got one of these classic dips. Let me hold it up and we'll try it. Right, I'm going to go for this one, which is what I like. Scoop. Liam, I'm scooping.
You know when you just think, oh, I'm just going to slap someone.
I know, violence on the live. This is the cheddar and chive.
Yeah.
This is the
cheddar and chive. Just dip it like that. Just dip it. That's it.
Oh, dip. Here we go. That's really good. The cheese is nice as well. So this is the M&S classic platter.
No, this is the cheese. That is the sour cream.
That's what I just said. This is the classic dip platter. This is what we're going for. So we just tried these little jams. I've got to be honest, I'm not that impressed with these, I'm afraid to say. I'm really not that impressed. They're not that strong in flavour. And they're okay. They're okay.
All right.
Right,
let's go to the next one.
Sam, how are you?
Hey, Sam, hope you're well.
Sam, any more? I'm late. I'm late for a very important date.
I'm late.
For a very, you know who that's from?
Yeah, the White Rabbit.
That's right, from Alice in Wonderland. How are you, Sam? Any more news on well, not only the move, but the council maybe allowing you potentially, hopefully, fingers crossed, to stay where you are. Well, they're allowed to stay where you are, but obviously not charging you over the odds for your place. Fiery chili. So this is the tortilla.
Let's see how fiery it is.
Well, I'm going to go au natural first.
Oh yeah, I don't use that.
Oh yeah. These are the best. They're not fiery.
You don't know yet till after. They got a smoky taste to them.
They're nice. They're much better than the others.
But they're not fiery.
No.
Not at all.
They're about as venomous as a grass snake. No. They're really nice with the dips. I'm not going to lie.
No, this is the Thousand Island dressing.
Okay, I'm going to go for the my favourite one, which is the cheese.
No. I'm not really one for 1009 dressing, but 1009 dressing is going well with all of these crisps.
Yeah, I've got to say, so these, right, so if you've just joined us, we are doing a live taste test on the M&S tortilla crisps. So we have tried the tomatillo and jalapeno pepper. We have tried the coriander and zesty lime. And we have tried the fiery chili tortillas.
And none of them are really like proper spicy, I feel.
Oh, you didn't get me my
coconut milk?
Yeah.
No, you said you wanted oat last time.
No, I wanted lavender. Did they not have any?
No, they didn't have lavender.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, and I prefer coconut milk.
No, I would have got you lavender for sure. But the other day, you said, "Oh, I haven't had oat in ages.
No,
I'll have an oat."
I felt it then, but I didn't feel it now. Kath, how are you? You well? How are you doing? Nice to see you. Sam said, "Oh, the kids are still here. Car's not had MOT yet. My arm is still sore and dented. Not had the energy to deal with the bedroom tax yet. Have you? So if it's still sore, Sam, I think you should go get that checked out.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit worried if it's still dented after, and that's over a week. I think you should just get it seen out. Because it's been a week, if your arm is dented, they still got a chance that they can go and do something about it.
100%. But I know things have been stressful for you.
Yeah.
But don't put yourself last. Do you know what I mean? Go and get it checked out. Go and get it seen to, for sure.
But yeah, definitely. Oh, Sam said, I remember when Richard and Judy topped their cottage pie with crisps. Really? Was it any good? All right. Okay, guys. So let us go through this. Let us score. So we started with the tomatillo, jalapeno, and jalapeno peppers. I don't know if you pronounce that properly. Is that tomatillo?
I guess so.
So basically tomato and jalapeno. Right. So what you're going to give this?
Don't get me wrong, it's a nice crisp, but I feel this is slightly too hard. I would give this a 5.
I'm going to give it a 4. Now, the reason I'm giving this a 4 is it's bland. This is no different. I'm expecting it to have a nice tomato-y taste in it. You've got a nice kick from the jalapeno. It's very, very, very bland. It's and it looks.
It
nice.
looks amazing.
Look! You can see all the herbs in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste of anything.
It's only a tiny bit spicy, but it's got a good crunch to it. But I feel it's still slightly a bit too hard.
Right. It definitely needs more tomato. It definitely needs a little bit more of a kick. But tomato, there's no tomato taste to that at all. So I'm afraid that gets an average of 4.5.
It's not bland because there is spices on there. It's just not the spices that yeah, there's no tomato on there, but there is slight heat. There is slight heat.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a heat, but not much. Right, okay. Next up, we have the coriander and zesty lime. These are habanero chilies.
Now, the thing is with this, habanero, is it? Yeah.
You see?
Now, again, let me just, you know what?
Again, if you look, they've got flakes in there. So I'm thinking, wow, they've got flakes. It's got flavour. It's got this. It's got that.
You can taste that it's got flavour. And I can taste the lime. I can't taste any coriander in that.
No. I mean, I get a very, very subtle lime flavour.
And the thing is, coriander's quite a strong flavour.
Yeah. So
not to taste any.
So yeah, you were talking about the salad. Sorry, I was going to come back to that. The one thing I love about Turkish salads is the coriander. That really adds to the meal. That is absolutely fantastic.
I'm not a lover of the salads, but from the Mediterranean, I do love the tabbouleh. I love tabbouleh.
Well, anyway,
and I don't even like tomatoes.
Right, score this one.
Again, I'd score it at 5.
I'll give it a 5, but it's better than the other one. So average of 5. So 4.45. These aren't great scores.
No.
Right. Last but not least, for the crisp is the fiery chili. What would you give this?
These have got a bit more taste to them, and a bit more heat. Maybe a 7.
Yeah,
I think a 6 or 7.
I'm gonna go. Now, this is interesting. If I mark this with the others, I'm gonna give it a 7. If I do it as a crisp on its own, it's a 6. I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. This is a 6 or 7 for me.
Now, would you get any of these again?
No, but for a party, I would get these.
Right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't get any of these again, even for a party. I think they're too bland. There's better flavour out there. This is not the best thing M&S have ever done.
But also, what you have to understand is everybody has different tastes.
True, but no, this
and
is
I think people at a party would enjoy that.
This is just our opinion. That's my opinion. I prefer the Doritos. I've got to be honest. So
yeah, general Doritos. Yeah.
Shall we score the dips?
I'll give the dips an 8.
Would you? I was going to do them individually. All right.
I see.
Go on. Let's do them.
Be careful because you're wiping all the thing everywhere. Because look.
Okay. What would you give the Thousand Island dressing?
See, this is the thing. I think the Thousand Island dressing with all of those crisps was really nice. However, Thousand Island dressing on its own is not all of that.
No.
I'll give it a 6.
I'll give that a 4. I didn't rate that. Next one up is the cheddar and chive, which I believe is that one.
It's not that one because that is sour cream. It's this one.
All right, that one.
That's the cheddar and chive.
They all look the same.
Again, I'd probably give it a 6.
I agree. I'll give it a 6. That was a better one. What would you give the zingy onion garlic?
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Which I would get anyway, normally. I'd give that an 8.
I'd give that a 7. And what would you give the cheddar and chive?
No, you already said cheddar and chive.
Cheddar and chive. We haven't done cheddar and chive.
I thought you said sour cream. We haven't done sour cream.
Yeah, we've done sour cream and chive.
No, this is cheddar and chive. This is sour cream. Okay, cheddar and chive.
Yeah.
I would give a 6.
I'm going to give that an 8.
The sour cream, which is that one, I would give a 5.
I give a 6. There we go.
I'm not a lover of sour cream.
So we probably rescored the same thing for again. Right now, would you get the dips again?
Yes.
I would actually. I think they're all right, but there's only 1 or 2 dips I like, so I'm not sure if it is worth getting.
I would get this because if I was at a party, other people would eat it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean other people wouldn't like it.
True.
And I'm not a lover of sour cream, but so many people love sour cream. Ooh.
I've got to be honest. I wouldn't get any of these dips again, even for a pie. Like I said, I wouldn't.
Oh, you mean the crisps, not the dips?
Well, but right. Let's start again. So there's some confusion here, right?
Mark's a bit upset this evening.
So we'll start with the chips. Would you get the chips again?
I said I would get these. I wouldn't get the other 2.
Would you get the dips again?
Yes.
There we are. So I wouldn't get the dip, but I would probably get the dips with something else. But if they do, which is a bit weird because you need to get the 2.
Yeah, I would probably. But the thing is, I like these dips. I don't like Mexican dips. So, but I would get Mexican dips for other people who did. And they probably suit Mexican dips better than your classic dips. This is more for crudités and stuff like that. Again, I would not eat crudités. I had to order crudités the other day. So, yeah. So, it doesn't lend itself well to those types of crisps. Those types of crisps need a Mexican type dish, but dips, but I don't really like Mexican dips, so it's a bit of catch-22.
Sam said, I'm convinced it's just a bruised bone. It better be. I can't deal with having a plaster on it for 6 weeks. Oh Sam,
go and get it checked out.
Sam, I think you should. Just because you don't want it to be a thing for 6 weeks, you please don't avoid going for that reason.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could happen is if it's broken and it misaligns and heals. You don't want that. Evelyn's brother broke his leg and he didn't go to the hospital because he couldn't be asked. He didn't want to go with the whole thing of the rigmarole of it. He thought, it's fine. And what's happened is his bones, so rather than heal like that when it snapped, they kind of healed like that. And he said ever since he walks with a limp, a slight limp. So
Yeah.
please, I don't want that to happen to you.
But also you would know if it was broken.
But just it's good to get it checked.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, I'm just going to say I've broken fingers before and I didn't think they were broken. I only went to the A&E because it swelled.
Yeah.
And they went, yeah, that's broken.
Fingers are a bit different. But when you broke your leg, it was too painful to walk on it.
Yeah, I couldn't walk on it.
You couldn't walk on it. And the same situation would be for the arm. You wouldn't be able to lift it. You wouldn't be able to do anything. You would know if it was broken.
But Sam said it is painful. Oh, Zachary's been learning how to count in French today. Oh, bless him. That's young, actually.
Yeah.
That's very young. Well, I didn't learn French until I was in secondary school. So that is very, very impressive. So there we are. Have it, guys. That was a very quick one. We've just done our, we thought we'd do a little review on the various different crisps.
I want to do the clouds.
Oh, we got some more. We didn't show these.
So, I picked up these. Mark says we've done the other one before. I don't remember.
Oh, we'll do both. We'll do both.
I remember doing pretzels, but I don't remember doing salted caramel pretzels. But I've got the caramel and milk chocolate crispy clouds, the Swiss one. So I really wanted to try these.
And I got the flips, which is salted caramel coated pretzels.
Yeah, I remember us doing the peanut butter one. But I don't remember us doing this one.
I'm sure we've done this one. Anyway, let's just do them. Right, okay. So, guys, while we're doing this, what are you guys up to this weekend?
Yes.
Is anybody doing anything interesting?
Tell us, please.
Please. Tell us. Let us know. Right, okay. So, there we go.
Also, you might have noticed that I have uploaded a video onto MK Vacays. So that will be on Saturday at 5:30.
Excellent. And on Sunday, we are, well, there will be, we have uploaded, oh, these look nice. The one for Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, Mark and Kelly's trips, tips and things, where we go for roast dinner at Roast. So you'll be able to see that too, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Right, these are the Flips salted caramel. Ooh. Let's give these a go. Not good. That's really creamy.
See, I don't remember trying these. The saltiness happens after at the back of the mouth. But they do have a cinnamony taste to them. Don't you think? Yeah. I like these. Yeah.
They're really, really good. They're really nice. They're really creamy, a nice salt to them.
Yeah.
That combo of the salt and the sweet.
I'm not lover of salted caramel, really. But this one's quite nice.
They're really good. Okay. Let's try the other one. Yeah, so Sam said, I've been wanting to try adding crushed petals to cake filling. Oh, wow. That sounds really nice. Do you know what, Sam? If you added, when you say crushed petals to a cake filling, are you thinking like rose petals, that type? Or is there, because there are lots of edible flowers you can get. Here we go. All right, so again, these are the crispy clouds. Suitable for vegetarians. I should have thought I'd just check that before I try them. Here we go. All right, crispy clouds. Right. I was laughing at Sam's comment. She meant petals, not pretzels. I thought you meant petals. That's why I said right, rose petals. Even for you, crushed pretzels is a bit is a bit out there. I think that would be the. Do you know what? My first instinct of that was I wasn't too sure. The chocolate for me tasted a bit cheap, but honestly, as it kind of goes on the back of the palate, it's actually quite nice.
It doesn't taste cheap, but it's got like a little bit of a darkness to it.
Right, I'll tell you, for anybody's interested, inside, this is like a dollop of cornflakes. You know when you get those chocolate cornflakes, but there's more chocolate than cornflakes.
Yeah. And I don't like these as much as, you know, M&S do their own tub of them.
Yeah,
The chocolate cornflakes.
I agree.
I really love those. And these aren't as good.
I'll tell you why they're not as good, because the ratio of chocolate to crispiness is too high.
Mm.
Right.
Imagine too much chocolate. But there is too much chocolate. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. But the M&S tub with the is better.
Right. Let's score. Flips. Salted caramel coated pretzels.
I'd give that an 8.
I'm going to give it a 9. I actually thought that. No, I will say an 8. No, actually, I'm going to give it a 9. I'll tell you why. No, I'm going to give it an 8. Sorry, I'm changing my mind. The reason I'm giving it an 8 was because I gave the cinnamon bun one a 9, and that was slightly better.
Mm.
But V is really good.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
next up, we have the crispy clouds.
I'd give these a 7.
I'm going to give them a... Yeah, all right.
I am bouncing between a 6 and a 7. So if you want to do 6, I would do 6 too.
The only reason that I would think they're better than the 6 is because the chocolates, the actual filling is nice. I'm going to give it a 6. It's too much chocolate.
It's meant to have nougat in it, and I can't taste no nougat in that.
I agree with you. They haven't got the ratio right, so I'm going to give it a 6. If they added more filling and less chocolate, which it sounds weird, but yes, it would be a lot better.
Yeah, and it's milk chocolate with salted caramel, almond nougat, and cornflakes. Well, I didn't get any of that. All I got was chocolate
with a little bit of cornflakes. Yeah, I totally agree. There's nothing in between that.
There was no almond nougat or salted caramel in that.
Well, there is, but the chocolate overwhelms the flavour.
Yeah.
So,
well, should I say I can't taste that?
Mm.
I'll try another one.
Right then, guys. There you have it. Right, would you buy either of these again?
I'll get these for you again. Yeah.
I would buy these for me,
and
I may share them, but I won't get this.
No.
It's too chocolatey. It's too, and I know that's what you're thinking. Well, why it can be? But it's like eating a huge, big, thick bar of chocolate. It's just too much.
And I think my palate was expecting an enhanced version of the chocolate-covered cornflakes.
Yeah.
I was expecting an enhanced version. I'm thinking, oh, nougat. No.
Well, it's going back to Kelly's "is it worth the calories" analogy, right? None of them are. The crisps, none of them are. I would never get any of them again. But these, I would probably get the Fips. They are probably worth the calories. This one, no. Right, guys, there we have it. So that's our little review on. I hope you enjoyed that. That's our little review on M&S bits. Well, as you know, we will keep doing our review after review after review, as we like to do. But that is it. So, guys, what have you been up to? What have you got planned for the weekend? Which is coming up very, very soon. Actually, almost upon us.
Almost upon us, yeah.
Yeah. So, what was I going to say to you? So, yeah, so Kelly and I will be out and about at some point this weekend filming. We've got some ideas. We shall keep it a secret, but you'll be seeing it. And as you know, we will be uploading on Sunday for Mark and Kelly's trip tips and things. We went to a place called Roast where we did have a roast dinner.
Yes, and so we have reached the part of my birthday. In our holiday vlogs.
Yes.
There's only going to be a couple more vlogs after that because my birthday was towards the end. So you'll get to see that.
There we go. So yeah. So we are coming up to the end of the last holiday we did. So you'll see that we're coming right to the very end of it.
So this one is not as long. So when we go on holiday, we love looking in the shops and we love looking at the merch. And I'm just thinking, do you like that? Or
yes.
So because in my mind I was thinking, well, we do a lot of like video after videos, there's loads of merch, there's loads of merch. Now this video will be mainly based on Space 220, which you would have seen if you are on Mark and Kelly's Trip Tips and things, which you are on right now. And so I've cut a lot of the merch part of it out because we did do a lot of filming, but I've cut a lot of the merch part out. And so I'm just wondering if this is something that you guys are okay with, or do you want to see more merch? Because we were having this discussion about merch and what we would like to show, as well as what we would like to show more around the parks and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering, like, are you guys happy with seeing a lot of merch? Because Mark and I, we love going into the shops. We love looking at the merch. We like looking at how many shops there are. We like eating, obviously, the food. So the food obviously will continue because that's what, you know, we're about. We're foodies. And like different drinks, you know, like the I Love You flow and stuff like that. So what do you think with regards to the merch part, though? That's what I'm quite interested in.
So guys, do let us know, because we really do value your feedback, what you like to see on the holiday channel. Is it you like to see, because I think what Kelly and I tend to do, well, me mainly, to be fair, rather than poor Kelly, we'll go straight into the parks if we do go to, say, Florida, and we always make a beeline. Well, I make a beeline for the shops and stuff like that. But it's really good to see what you guys want to see more of. Are you happy with doing that? Would you rather we take you around the parks more? Or is there something else you'd like to see? Cass said, yeah, it's good to see the novelty merch.
Oh, okay. Because I cut a lot of the merch out in this video, because I just thought, oh my goodness, we've done like every single video. It's been merch. So I will reintroduce it back in the next video, because I did cut a lot of it out. And then so the video is like 17 minutes, but we did take a lot of footage, and a lot of footage was regarding the merch. But I just wanted to gauge what your opinion was with regards to that. I mean, we love going around the parks. We love filming parts of the park. Obviously, we like doing the lives and stuff like that, so you can catch up on those lives and things. But for the next video, I just wanted to know, like, should I reintroduce the merch again? I just wanted to see what the popular opinion was.
Yeah, please do let us know, because obviously we want it to be videos that you guys like to see, what you want to enjoy. So we would hate to think that all of you are sitting there going, oh God, they're doing merch again. Or not necessarily, but it might be the case, you guys, yeah, do more merch. We want to see new stuff of it. Or you might want to see something else. Like you might say, go show us more of the rides, or show us more of what's in the other shops or something. So please do let us know, because we really, really do value your opinion. And also we want to design it so you guys enjoy it. So please do let us know.
We do want to do, so we did do quite a few rides and stuff like that. So to me, what was the most surprising ride that you did when we went in May and November?
Most surprising? See, that would have to be something new, because I knew all the other stuff.
Yeah, we did new rides.
So when you say surprising, is it one that I was surprised at?
Yes.
Or one I enjoyed the most?
No, one that you were surprised.
Right.
What one surprised you the most?
Oh, that's a difficult one.
Shall I go?
You go.
Okay, so we did what was it? It wasn't Rise of the Resistance. Was it Smuggler's Run?
Yeah.
No, not Smuggler's Run. It was Rise of the Resistance. Yeah. Whatever one we hadn't done, because one year we did one. I mean, 1 month we did one, and then the next month we did the other one, because we weren't able to do the other one.
Which one do you mean? Because we did both. So which one do you? Because you said out of the 2 holidays, which one surprised you the most? So we'll explain what the ride was.
Right, Rise of the Resistance.
So Rise of the Resistance is the one where we're on little pods, and they kind of take you around the
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's Rise
of
the Resistance.
I didn't think much of the ride itself, right? But what amazed me, what surprised me about that ride is all the stormtroopers, the set design, all of that really surprised me. It was like you were on a ship, and it really surprised. Like the door closes and the door opens, and it's like, how did they? Because it didn't move. It was like, how did they do that? And it was just surprised. But the ride itself, for me, I didn't think it was that great. But don't at me, because loads of people love that ride. They love it. But the set design and the detail, it was all amazing. Even when we did Smuggler's Run, and you get to go on the Millennium Falcon, that was really, again, it was really amazing, and the attention to detail. And they even had the table, you know, where they play, what was it, Luke Skywalker plays with the Wookiee, the game, the chess game.
Oh yeah. I think they call it the chess game.
Oh yeah. So and they even have the round table there where they play the chess game and all of that. It's amazing.
Now Toot has joined us. Would this be Touche? Would this be Touche? Touche, is this you?
It's been a minute, Touche.
If it is you, oh my God, it's so good to see you. Well,
Yes.
if it's not you,
even if it's not you, it's so good to see you, and thank you for joining us.
Oh my word, how you been? We were just talking about our what you guys wanted to see in our thing. Maybe, baby, yes it is. How have you been? Oh, do you know what? We were thinking about you not so long ago. I was just thinking, oh wow, how you been and what you've been up to. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's lovely to see you. What's been happening? What have you been up to? And I know you hadn't been very well the last. That's why I was a bit worried about you, because we hadn't heard you for a while, and I know you hadn't been well. So I was thinking, oh God, I hope you're all okay. Oh, good, you're a lot better. Thank you. Oh, it's wonderful to see you.
Lovely.
It's really wonderful to see you. And also as well, talking on this channel, and again getting your feedback. What are you guys thinking of the video so far? Do you like us doing the breakfast, roast, dinner, and afternoon teas? We like I said, we will do other stuff. It's not just going to be those three things.
We will switch things up, but we just wanted to gauge, with the series and how you think it's going.
Yeah, because we'd really like to get your feedback. Is there one you're thinking, yeah, breakfast I don't really like, or afternoon tea I'm not really thinking, or yeah, we love this, we love that. So we really do want to get your feedback. Or you're managing better and still knitting. Oh, well done.
I forgot about the knitting.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you're able to do that. I really is nice. And that you're actually able to start doing your knitting and what have you. So it's really good to hear that. So yeah, much love for you as well. And what else? Have you been anywhere? I know. So Touche, I always know that you're you have a love of South Wales. So thanks, babes. So is that still the case? Are you still? Oh, Sam said go to Paloozies for breakfast. Right, where's my? I always keep a list, and it's been moved, and it always annoys me when it's been moved. My list is gone. Can you take a little note of that, please?
Yes, I'm actually Googling it now.
So what tends to happen is I keep a little piece of paper here, and it's been moved. What's Paloozies? I've not heard of Paloozies. What is Paloozies, Sam? Is it like?
Oh, Pierluigi. Is that what it is? Pierluigi's? Oh no.
It says Paloozies.
Paloozies.
Oh, Sam said Touche. Oh, we'll have to look at that as well. So yeah, do let us know if you are liking these series, or if you'd like us to switch things up and do something else. Because what we do want to do is give you guys good content and get you guys to see what you'd like to see. Is that the one? You put Peruzzi there is a footballer called Peruzzi.
No, I put in Paloozies.
P-L-P-E-L. U-double-Z-I-E-S. Not been anywhere since last year. Did have a day out in Barry Island. How was Barry Island? Did you have fun? Oh, it's so nice to see you. We're having a look at this, Sam, but we can't seem to see Paloozies. Try it. Go back again. Go back again. Okay. Delete. Go start deleting. No. Go back. No. There you go. Otherwise we'll be here all night.
Let's see if it happens Mark's way.
I think I got the spelling wrong, she said. I did wonder because nothing's coming up. Is it? Whereabouts is it? Oh, Palisi. Right.
Palicis.
There we go. Where are we? It was fun, but very cold. What time? When did you go? when you did your day out in Barry Island? What did you go during the winter? Or did you go, was it, because you said in the last year, so I wondered if you went in the summer. So clearly you've gone in the winter because it was very, very cold. Right, so where's
Is Fri-yay here in this country, or is it in Florida?
No, Sam didn't mention Florida. Where did you get Florida from?
Because we were talking about Florida.
No, but she just said try Fri-yay.
Oh. Is this, oh, is this
London.
This is the Italian place, isn't it? This is the Italian place that, is it run by a mother? Yes, yeah. I know the one, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the mother runs it, and now the it's all the mother's recipes, I believe, and the children run it now. Yeah. I know the place you mean. Yeah.
This is the one. Is this the one? Are this the couple? Are they on YouTube? There's one Italian, which is in North London, but I don't know if this one is this one in North London. Has it got the?
Let's have a look.
Is it got there? If it's the one I'm thinking of, there's one in North London, and they got Ray Winston to come down, and they cook for him. They're trying to sort of get on their YouTube channel. Is in East London. Someone said, right, okay, well, we'll have it. The problem is what we have with when doing breakfast, and this is our real challenge, is it takes us about 45 minutes to an hour to get into London. So if we doing lunches and dinners are all right because we don't have to get up mega early. But when it's a breakfast, it's we're having to get up
in Bethnal Green.
Bethnal Green,
like,
yeah. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do. I just need to work out a route.
Yeah, because this is one. So your cousin was recommending to me we do one in Edgware. Now Edgware is right the other opposite end.
Yeah, but Edgware is not that bad to get to. There is a way that we can go to get to Edgware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Bethnal Green is a bit off the beaten track. But I did see that one. I think you mentioned that before. I think I have written that one down actually.
Somebody mentioned it because I remember. Well, I remember because I've sometimes like I don't follow a lot of vloggers with regards to food, but I do see people who go to these places, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good, that looks cool, blah blah blah. And then if I like the look of it, there's a couple of people. Oh, I'm just trying to think who it was. They went to this place and then they went to Billingsgate Market to try some fish and chip place at Billingsgate Market. They did get up early in order to buy the fish and stuff like that. But while they were there later on in the day, they went to one of the fish and chip places in Billingsgate. And I believe it was the same people that went there was the same people that went to Fri-yay's.
Gonna watch a knit. You go ahead.
Oh, yes, you go ahead. Please.
Yeah. So if there's any others, guys, please do give us some suggestions if you want, but particularly about the types of food you want. If you're happy with us continuing doing the breakfast, the roasts, and the afternoon teas, we are more than willing to do that. But if you guys are getting a bit bored of it, do let us know.
And think, oh yeah, you'd like to see a lunch somewhere, or you'd like to see a dinner somewhere, or something like that. We're more than happy. If you say, do you know what, this week let's do a lunch, or this week let's do a dinner, and then I will research a lunch or dinner, and then we'll go and film, you know, at that place, and I'll be like, oh yeah, we're going to go here, and then obviously Mark will edit it and upload it. But yeah, if you do like the merch, I will reintroduce that in the next video.
Yeah, guys, like I said, and also we're really, like I said, we want to do the videos for you. So if that's something you'd like us to do, just let us know, and we will be more than happy to go in and explore. Of course, when we're doing the lives, it's a lot easier because you can say, oh, can you go there? Can you go there? So whenever we do go on holiday, that will be one thing we'll be able to do.
Yeah, and when we do the lives, which we are planning whenever we go on holiday, to be able to do a live for you.
Yeah.
So going forward, whenever we do go on holiday, that is the plan. So when we're there, we'll do a live every day. But we also have to remember that the live will probably be an hour to an hour and a half. So there's only a small section of wherever we're going to be that we can show you within an hour to an hour and a half.
True. That's true. But like I said, when we're there, when you see wherever we go, you can then dictate, well, you might like us to do the next live.
But that's if you know the country.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, because what I would tend to do is show you things that we're interested in and things that we like to do, and show you sort of as we're going along. So hopefully you find that interesting. Yeah.
So, like I said, we've got more stuff to come as well. We've got more things to review. But also, it's like I said, if there's anything else you're interested in, do let us. Oh, look at that. The love hearts. Yeah, do let us know. We've got plenty of stuff coming up.
Yeah. I mean, we try to plan things every weekend, but of course, sometimes we've got things to do at the weekend, so we don't always, have a video to put out and stuff like that. But we really appreciate when you do bear with us whenever it is that we can't do a video, or whenever it is that, we might take time off on the live or something like that. And we really do appreciate that you bear with us, and that, that you allow us to sort of like, not allow us, but do you know what I mean? You understand that sometimes we need a bit of time off, or we need to go and do something. And so we really do appreciate that. Thank you.
So a little gentle reminder to everybody, it is Mother's Day not this Sunday, next Sunday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I've got to prepare for that as well. So we will see what we're doing later on.
So it's been really interesting with regards to the power outage in Heathrow. And sort of some people and I were discussing today, like, why isn't there a backup generator? However, there is a backup generator, which is where one of them, but you would think they would have a backup to the backup, but they both caught on fire because they were both near each other.
Now, I heard something else. Now, I don't know if this
you?
is true. I had heard different. I had heard that what had happened was, now I remember this is not a confirmed source. It was just something I'd read, but they said that actually they believe that they actually had got rid of their backup generators because they were diesel, because they are, and they're trying to go for zero emissions. So they had gone for a net zero alternative, but when they switched it on, they failed.
Oh dear.
I don't know if that is true. It's unconfirmed, but it was a report I'd read. I think, where did I read it? In some other channel. I think it may have been on YouTube, even one channel on YouTube. But that's what they say. Now, that might not be verified and confirmed, but if it is, that's very embarrassing for Heathrow. Right. That's very embarrassing.
Because the thing that I heard was that the backup generators failed or caught on fire, and then the backup of the backup generators caught on fire. And I'm like, huh? So that would suggest that they were near each other. But then there's, all the conspiracy theories and stuff like that were saying, well, actually, there's a bit more to it. And I'm like, oh, really? But yeah.
Sam said, I had a lovely breakfast for dinner a few days ago. Toasted soda bread with West Country sea salt butter, cherry tomato, spinach, bacon, poached egg, and fresh spinach. Did you? Was that on top of the toast? I was looking at somebody did on YouTube. They got a loaf of bread, hollowed out in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Put eggs in it, and then cheese on top of that, and then bake that. It was caused by the new biomass generator thing. That's it. See, it was the biomass. That's the one. It was a biomass generator. So they spent all this money on trying to go net zero. That's what I had read, and I wasn't sure that was true, but they got rid of the diesel generators, which had always worked, but they just wanted to go net zero.
Yeah.
And then they brought in these, like you say, biomass generators, and they didn't work.
Oh dear.
So really, if everything went to plan, what should have happened is the fire would have been irrelevant, because the backup generators would have powered it until they could put the fire out.
Yeah.
But because the backup fails, then of course what that means is that nothing. I mean, that is bad. That is bad to do that, because now you've got all this major disruption.
Well, yeah, I mean, and like they closed down Heathrow for the day. It was wild.
Well, it's still here. The fires are still going.
Oh, well, they've sent out a message because they plan to open tomorrow.
Okay. Well, they'll be under massive pressure. They will be under massive pressure.
Because the thing is, when you're taking a flight, you have to think about all the reasons why people are taking flights. It's not just about coming home from holiday or going on a holiday. There's people that are attending meetings or need to get to for family bereavements or whatever and stuff like that, or weddings, or do you know, there's a plethora of reasons why people are taking flights.
Do you know what? That really, really gets me when that happens, when there's a delay for no other reason. I missed my aunt's funeral because they hadn't put enough carriages on the train when I was trying to get to the train to so I had to get from London to Devon. And because they hadn't put enough trains on. What an incompetent excuse. I missed it, and I was so annoyed with the train company. But yeah, so it's little things like that really do grind my gears. I've got to be honest. I know this is a fire, so this is different. This is nobody's fault. But you would think the backup generators would be working. But
yeah,
you know, that's not good.
Wild. Yeah, and so there was and I woke up this morning, I was like, huh? And yeah, it was crazy. Imagine taking a flight though.
No, I know. But this is it. And of course, the thing is that there was photographs of people crying in the airport,
I bet.
sleeping on the floor because you can't leave. If you're waiting for your connecting flight or go, you can't leave the airport. You're gonna have to wait there.
Yeah.
So it's bad. I do really sympathise because I think Kelly and I told you. So when we came back from your birthday holiday, they had a bomb scare in the actual in the airport. Of course, we were all kicked outside, and it was freezing.
Yeah,
it was
really cold.
bitterly cold.
And like when things like that happen, I'm just very quiet because in my mind I'm just thinking, oh God, I just want to get through this. And Mark's quite vocal about it.
Oh, if something goes wrong, I let people know.
And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm about to kill someone. And I was just like, oh, just please. Let's just try and get through it. Let's just try and get through it.
Guys, I'm really sorry. I have got to head off now as well. But I leave it in the capable hands of Kelly. But thank you guys so much as well for joining us on the live and here listening to us. Me, Rabbit on. I will see you next Tuesday. So look after yourselves. Do take care. And I will hopefully see you next Tuesday. All right. I shall see you a bit. We'll see you later on.
Could you also pass me the cover and plug it in, please? Because do you know what? I'm a bit cold, you know, and so I feel, and I don't think we put the heating on.
No, I did before I did.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, I need like a bit of cover and stuff like that. So I guess I better put on my glasses, so I can see you all. Kat says, see ya.
Bye,
Kat. But I just imagine all those people who are trying to do whatever it is that they're trying to do, and it's all been disrupted. And yeah, it must be TC Mark. He's gone. And so it's from Touche, by the way. I mean, he's still here. He hasn't gone out the door yet, but he's doing whatever he's doing now. So do you know what I mean? Because I just think to myself, like, how I would feel. Now Mark and I have had delays before going. So one time we were going to the States and we had to do this stop off. And the flight got delayed. And so we were supposed to be getting there by a certain time. And it was like, what is the point of booking an earlier flight so you can get there at a certain time if the flight is delayed? It's just like wild. And like Mark likes to complain a lot, and I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm very much the type of person that I keep it inside. So I'm just like, okay, let's just get through this. You know, like if there's anything like a train cancellation or all of this type of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I do feel outraged and all of that, but I just think, do you know what? It is what it is. Let's just keep it moving. But what I suppose, I remember traveling with a friend of mine, and we had to get the coach. So we had paid for transport. We had to get the coach from the airport to our destination. And I remember, like, it took ages for the coach driver, and my friend was like, this is my holiday. I just want to get it started. And I was like, we're going to get there, but there's nothing that you can do. So we just have to sit here and wait, unfortunately. And I'm just one of these people, I'm just like, I'm just going to get on with it, and I'm just not going to complain about it, because in that moment, there's nothing I can do. In that specific moment, I can't do. I mean, later on when you get back, you can write your complaints, you can search for your compensation and all of that. But to be fair, by that point, I've already moved on. I'm just thinking, oh, thank God I'm home. you know, now I'm in the warm, and or, you know, thank God I'm at the hotel now. Now our holiday can start, and all of this type of stuff. So I suppose I don't look at it in those terms per se. And it's just, you know, like sometimes when I'm quiet and I'm just letting the person just do whatever. But I feel like it's very interesting the way that people take things. Like, how do you feel about that? How do you feel when there's delays or there's cancellations? Like, are you a stressful person in the sense that you need to complain about it, you need to vocalize it, or are you just one of those ones, do you know what, we're just going to get on with it? Or are you seething inside and you just think, I'm gonna, oh, do you know what I mean? How do you sort of respond to that? What happened to the people coming back to Heathrow? Do you know what? I have no idea, because they would have been stranded wherever they were. This is the thing, and I think that we forget that this has like a real knock-on effect, because sometimes if you're coming from another country, you might have to stop. It might not be a direct flight. If it is a direct flight and there's an outage, those planes are just flying around. Do you see what I'm saying? And so it has a real knock-on effect. They will get diverted. And what about fuel? Because that's another thing you have to think about. Or the fuel that they have. Can they get to another place? Do they have to be filled on the way? Because there's been times when we've been on the plane and before we take off, they haven't had enough fuel. So we've had to go dock somewhere, get the fuel, and then we can take off. There's been times when that's happened, you know. So wild when these things happen. I do get with it, but I do see people get very angry with check-in people. Do you know what? And the thing is, but those check-in people, they can't do anything. That's the thing. And it's all very well you're getting angry, and I do understand that. Sometimes when I'm talking to people who are let's say the mediaries, I guess. So something hasn't happened, something hasn't been delivered, something's really angered you. I always explain to the person, listen, I know I'm getting upset and I know it's not your fault, but I'm really frustrated. And I will always say that. I said, look, I'm not having a go at you, but I'm so frustrated with this situation. I don't know what to do. I'm just really angry. There was something with my phone, and they had cancelled this and reinstated that and all of this, and charges were coming out of my account, or charges weren't coming out of my account, and they stopped and I was just like, I don't understand what is happening. I'm like, why all of a sudden is it I'm having problems with a phone provider that I've been with for many years, and all of a sudden there is a thing of problems? And so, you know, and you are frustrated with the situation and you don't want to take it out on those people. And that's why I always say, I'm not having a go at you, I'm just frustrated with the situation. And it's quite, it can be quite crazy, really. But yeah, I think it's just knowing the difference that these people are there and they have to do all this client and customer facing, and it's not nice to be shouted at and told this, that, and the other, because it's not their fault, you know. And so yeah, it's I feel you have to be made of strong and stern stuff, because you go to work every day just like everybody else goes to work every day, and you just don't want to get shouted at and stuff like that. You just want to get on, and you want everybody to have a good holiday. You want everybody to, you know, go off and be happy doing what they're doing. So there is that. But has anybody booked any holidays? Like, is anybody going, or is anyone going anywhere nice to eat soon? Is something that you're planning to do? You're planning a holiday, or you're planning to go out to eat somewhere? And what's your favorite cuisine? Like, is there something that do you know what? I can't wait to go to that restaurant. Like, there's been a few things that have been popping up on TikTok lately that I think to myself, oh yeah, I'd like to try this place. I'd like to try that place. I love steak. So I'm a real sort of like steak person. So if I see a steak and I just think, do you know what? I wanna try this steak place. But like I said, when we were talking about Swiss butter, which if you're a young person, you're going to enjoy it. And not to say that it's not for older people, it is. Anybody can go. But I just feel like for my palate taste, I don't appreciate a chewy steak. So if I can recommend anything, it would be flat iron. Very reasonable. Steak is very nice. Swiss butter, steak is very chewy. But I think when I was younger, and this doesn't apply to everyone, but when I was younger, I didn't mind that I was chewing the steak. I didn't mind it. And I really do think it's lovely, when you see people on their little dates and they're going to, and it just reminded me of when I was younger and sort of around that age and going on little dates and stuff. And that really is truly one of those places. It's just the food is not great, but that's just personal opinion. If you do want to go Swiss butter, by all means go and try the food for sure. But I like, what is like for me, I feel like my favorite cuisine is Chinese. But as I grew up, so in Mauritius there is a Chinese fusion, Chinese curry fusion kind of thing. So I grew up on a lot of Chinese food and stuff like that. And min fria, as we call it, which is fried noodles. And so when we sort of moved, Thai restaurants are nice. They are, Liam, I have to say. Kath says, I do think USA do steaks well. UK is hit and miss. Yes, it's true. Unless you go to an expensive place. But that's it. With flat iron, it's not that expensive. Liam, coming back to you, do you know what? So I grew up on like eating like Chinese food, and then when we moved to London, I was born in London. We went to Chinatown a lot. We went to Covent Garden, we went to Chinatown a lot. But as my palate has changed over the years, I still love Asian food, but I really do like Thai, and Thai green curry is my absolute favorite. Really enjoy a good Thai green curry. And I do like it with egg fried rice. I mean, don't get me wrong, boiled rice is fine. And it will be nice because it will be flavorful within the curry. But I do love an egg fried rice with my Thai green curry. It's so nice. There used to be this place called Etai. No, not Etai, because Etai still exists. Grab Thai. And Grab Thai was just this corner like shops that opened up, but they started and they opened up very quickly and they spread. And then unfortunately 2020, as it did with a lot of businesses, they closed down Grab Thai. But I tell you this, it was so good. And I think during 2020, a lot of businesses did the smart thing and opened up in a lot of towns, because obviously nobody was coming into London. And so they were opening up in towns. And I thought that was a really good idea. So not only could you get, if you were in, there were places where only if you went to London, you got to try these places like Lyon, places like Itsu and all of that. All of a sudden, sort of like 2021, 2022, they started opening in local towns and stuff. And that was amazing, which meant that you can still have, because Pret was never local. Costa was local. Pret was never local and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, Pret started opening up. Lyon started opening up. Itsu started up. And I was just like, yes, I can have all the stuff that I used to have in London, but now I can have it local. I thought that was a fantastic idea. Whoever came up with that idea, I think it was genius idea. So that was really good. I love a good steak, Kath. I absolutely love a good steak. And flat iron, I have to say, for being reasonably priced, value for money, I really, because it's £14. And in London, £14 is really good. I mean, there are some really good places that we've been to. At the moment, I think Blacklock is really good value for money as well. They do an all-in for £24. I feel like that's amazing to have like different cuts of meat and stuff like that for £24. It's wild. It does cost extra for the sides, and the sides can be a little bit pricey. But when you choose the all-in, you get to choose, I think it's like one side. So we normally go for like the sweet potato, the sweet jacket potato. That's really nice. But I feel like there are reasonable places in London. You just have to look for them. Like a lot of the places that Mark and I go to, they can be quite expensive. If you think about some of the afternoon teas that we do, so some of the afternoon teas for two people is over £100, and I like, as we've gone on over the years, that is so expensive compared to, like, because some of them are like £70 or £80 per person. That's wild. And I do, although £50 is pricey, I think it's still a little bit affordable. Not if I'm thinking in terms of inflation. So if I'm thinking in terms of what Mark and I would have paid in 2018 compared to what we pay now in 2025, obviously, do you know what I mean? That's quite a number of years, but it almost feels like we skipped 2 or 3 years because we were on furlough, we were stuck in the house and all of that type of stuff. So when you really think about it, it's almost like the 2021, 2020, 2021, and even, 2022 was almost like a blank spot even. And it's almost like, well, yeah, I remember what the prices were like in 2019, but now we're 2025. Like, how did inflation happen that quickly? But you're talking a good few years later. I mean, it's what I feel like it's wild. And even now, when I think about it, I think about that black spot and how everything is now so much more expensive. And so I suppose when I'm thinking about restaurants, or when Mark and I take into consideration what restaurants we want to try and stuff like that, we want to do interesting ones, but we also want to do affordable ones. And sometimes it's really difficult to do the both, to find like really interesting ones that are less expensive, because we do have that in mind for people's affordability, and we are still in a cost of living crisis. I do see M&S can deliver an afternoon tea box. Ooh, and Fortnum and Mason might be good to do a test of them. Yes. Do you know? And do you know what, Kath? It's funny that you should say that, because Mark and I, a good few years ago, well, during 2020 actually, because we had a fantastic summer. For Mark's birthday, I actually did an afternoon tea. And I ordered an afternoon tea box from Cutter and Squidge. Now, recently, I've been thinking, oh, maybe we should do an afternoon tea on the live. And that was on my mind. And I just thought, oh, you know what we could do? Like, how would I do it? Would I order the tea and the sandwich? Because with M&S, I don't know if they deliver it or whether I would have to go and pick it up, which is not a bad thing. If I have to go and pick it up, I have to go and pick it up. But because of the sandwiches, so normally they don't deliver. They will deliver a hamper, but the hamper doesn't normally contain sandwiches. So with that, I'd have to actually go and pick up the sandwiches, because in my mind, when I was thinking, oh, we could do an afternoon tea on the live, it'll be quite nice. Where would I get my cakes from? And where would I get the sandwiches from? And would I make the sandwiches at home? So would I do homemade sandwiches? And in my mind, I was thinking, how can I get them pristine, like car and all of this type of. So this was already on my mind. I just hadn't spoken about it with Mark. So I had thought about this. I don't know if it was yesterday or it could have been early hours of, like, it might have been something that came to me during the night. Because I remember, because we've got tiered platters here, like an afternoon tea platter. And I was thinking of us having it right here so you could see what we were going to try and what we're going to eat. Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably pick it up. Yeah, because one time I had to order sandwiches and stuff for work. But I wanted to do an afternoon tea style. Not an afternoon tea, but an afternoon tea style. Which is what I did one time. So, I got a big, beautiful cake. And so when I say style, it was mainly like the sandwiches, but I also ordered sushi. And people asking me, oh, where did you get this from? And I would say M&S. And they were so shocked. They were so shocked that you could get the sandwiches, you could get the sushi, and you could get the cake. And let me tell you, M&S are doing this lemon cake at the moment. You have to order it. I think it's about, I don't know if it's £40. So if you're doing an event and you're looking for a cake to order, you can't go wrong with that lemon cake. That lemon cake was delicious. Now, if you're looking for that tangy lemon taste cake, it's not tangy. It's sweet. For me, it's the right amount of lemon. It's the right amount of buttercream. It's really, I cannot thingy it enough. It's really, really nice. Go check it out. It's on the M&S website. I also ordered a red velvet, but to be fair, I'm not a lover of red velvet. It's okay, but it is essentially chocolate cake with red dye. If you didn't know, essentially that with, and in the batter you add vinegar and all of that type of stuff. I do like the cream cheese frosting because I love cream cheese frosting, but I'm not really a lover. I'm not a lover of a lot of chocolate cakes. Even though I do bake them, I know other people like them, so hence I bake them. But I'm not a particular lover of chocolate cakes. But I tell you, and they do this one, they also do one with all the tulips on it. And that's just a plain sponge with buttercream and buttercream. Let me tell you, that one is a nice one as well. But years ago, so we must be talking about 2018, I think, 2019, something like that. M&S did a cake, and it was a clotted cream cake. Yeah, so it had jam, but it was made with... That was one of the... Now, they do a version in a small box that you can just grab off the shelf. It's not the same. It doesn't taste the same. When you ordered it, that clotted cream cake was so nice. It was so delicious. You know what? I really hope they bring it back one day. I really, really do hope they bring it back one day. But I'll tell you here and now that lemon cake is really good. But it's the made to order one, and I think you have to do it in like 4 or 5. You have to give 4 or 5 days notice. So if you are planning an event, if you want to do a birthday party, I'm telling you now, that lemon cake is delicious. Delish. The red velvet one, I mean, if you like red velvet cake, you will like it. I'm just not a lover of it. What was the other one? Red velvet. Oh yeah, and the buttercream one. That's a really nice one. It's a really pretty cake as well, for sure. They're all nice cakes, but that flower one with all the buttercream one, it's really, really pretty. A bit too much icing for me, but still nice. It's not that sometimes royal icing is a bit, I don't like royal icing, but this is proper, like, skimmed, lovely. Yeah, I'm salivating. The lemon one, it's so nice. So, do you guys have a favorite cake? Is there like is it a favorite cake? Is it a favorite pastry? Just checked. It is pickup, but Cornish company, Cutter and Squidge deliver. Yes, they do. Cutter and Squidge do deliver, but I don't think they deliver the sandwiches, or do they? But one year I did order Cutter and Squidge, and they do like biscuits, they do cake pops, and all of that type of stuff. We did do a video on it, but it was many years ago. It'd be very old now. I think it was like 2020, so you're looking at 5 years ago. But this was when we had to have our birthdays at home. So we had home birthdays and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that I'm just trying to think. Yeah, so what is your favorite? What's your absolute favorite cake? I would have to say a good Black Forest Gâteau. That is my absolute favorite cake. And there was a place, and I used to order it from there every year. And then during 2020, they went into administration, which is a real shame. The cake shop doesn't exist anymore. They're now online, but they don't deliver, because the gâteaux, they never delivered. You actually had to go into the shop to pick up the gâteaux. But of course, they don't do the gâteaux now. So they only deliver their normal cakes. They don't deliver gâteaux, which is a real, real shame. But I would say that was probably one of the best cakes that I had tasted for Black Forest. It was really good, and I would order it once, twice a year religiously. I can go through phases. So this is Kath. I go through phases. A good Victoria sandwich, Costco, Bakewell tart. Do you know what? I do like a Victoria sponge. So I do bake a lot of cakes. I don't bake them that often because sometimes I just don't have the energy. But there was one time I was baking cakes all the time. But my brother doesn't eat any cakes with fruit in it. But about the only, and I do, I like, who doesn't love pineapple upside down cake? Are you crazy? Are you mad? Pineapple upside down cake, one of my favorites. I also do a pina colada cake, which my cousin absolutely loves. So it's like a pineapple coconut cake, and then I will do sort of like a coconut and coconut cream for the actual cake. It's really nice. I really enjoy it. The only thing is that if I decorate it, I have to put it in the fridge, and I feel sometimes that changes the composition of a cake. Like like if you put it in the fridge, sometimes it becomes a little bit tight if you baked it and stuff. But yeah, that was one of the ones, and yeah, they really love that one. I also put pineapple jam in it as well. They absolutely love it. My fave cake would be one of my sister-in-law's cakes. She makes banging cake. Listen, what's your favorite from her? What is your favorite cake that your sister-in-law does? I'm a terrible baker, but good at savories. Do you know? So, whenever I go to a restaurant, and I was saying this to somebody at work the other day, whenever I go to a restaurant is either good at the savory or they're good at the sweet. It's really rare to find a restaurant that has both good savory and sweet. It's very, very rare. They are out there, but it's just very rare that you find them. And I went to the Cosmopolitan in Vegas, and what's different about the Cosmopolitan compared to the other buffets? So with the other buffets, they cook it and then it's just sitting there until people take it and all of that. And quite a lot of them are messy as well. Like there's things over here, there's things over there. But the thing about the Cosmopolitan, while they do like cook and then leave it there, they cook smaller portions. So they might not do 20 chicken wings. They might do 6 or 7 chicken wings, if that makes sense. So then people can take, little baskets, or people can take little bits and pieces away with them in their plate. So number one, they're not overfilling their plate. And number two, it's a lot fresher, which is what I love about the Cosmopolitan. It's called the Wicked Spoon. So if you're ever in Vegas and you want to know a really good buffet, the Wicked Spoon at the Cosmopolitan, really lovely buffet. But their desserts are awesome. And I will tell you here and now, on a lot of buffets, the desserts are very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. And sometimes the buffet food's not that good either. The Ned, on the other hand, now the thing about the Ned is, I do like the Ned. Victoria sponge or ginger cake. She is my cake wife. Well, there we go. I do like a Victoria sponge. I'm not so big on the ginger cake, but Mark and my brother, they really, really love ginger cake. They would eat that all day, every day if they could. Sorry, I was saying about the Ned. Okay, I like the Ned. What I'm going to say might be a little bit controversial. I do like the Ned. I do feel they're overpriced. But I can see why they are overpriced, but I do think they're overpriced. And I don't think the quality of the food currently matches the prices that they are charging. So before, when Mark and I went, it was £55 when we first started going. I think it was I'm sure it was £55. I was about to say 50, but no, I think it was 55. Now, that was really good value for what you got. In fact, it was cheap for the price because you got unlimited lobster. They didn't do oysters at the time, so it was unlimited lobster, I believe. Or they did do oysters, but Mark didn't eat oysters. And then it went up. It was going up £5 every year, and then it got to the point of 70. Now, so I think For what you get at the Ned, £70 is reasonable. It's really reasonable. You get 90 minutes, £70, unlimited lobsters, unlimited oyster. You get all your carvery. So you get your pork, your beef, your chicken. You get poached salmon. You get salmon on crew and all of that. So I feel £70 is really reasonable for everything that you get. When it starts getting to things like 80, 90, now £100 or £110, that's overpriced. Now it's overpriced for what you get. I feel like £70 was the mark because of the oysters and the lobster. That made it really value for money, and you can eat as much as you want. And so that was really good. But I feel like now it's overpriced. Mark would like to do it again, and we will do that again. But truth be told, I think that is expensive for what you're getting for 90 minutes. They did have it at £110. I think they've gone back to £110. I prefer cooked oysters with Parmesan crust, but raw, right? I wouldn't eat raw. I don't eat it. Mark loves it. But I would try cooked oysters, but not with Parmesan cheese because I don't like Parmesan cheese. But I would definitely try, the breaded oysters. I would definitely try that. I think that would be delicious. But no, Mark loves them raw and all of that type of stuff. I don't like that sort of thing. I even think like lobster is too much work. Imagine you have to sit there, you have to crack this, you have to. By the time I've done all that, I'm full. I'm already full. I don't want to do all the cracking and the this and the that and the. It's too much. It's too much. Yes, breaded, exactly. Yeah, breaded is really. I like the breaded one. Parmesan, I can take or leave. Well, I don't want to take it. I'll just leave it. But I feel like Mark and I, we're real foodies, but we come at it from different angles. Like I said, Mark likes quantity, I like quality. So there's the difference between us. And I feel like even now though, his palate is a little bit more, I didn't think much of that taste wise kind of thing. So his palate is a little bit there, but he's still more quality over quantity. And I'm all about the quality. So if I go to so like with roast, when we went for the afternoon tea, the quality of those ingredients were really good. And so I was satisfied. And I thought I think it was £49. That's really reasonable in afternoon tea terms. But there was something that came up the other day, and the afternoon tea was like 30 something pounds. And I was like, what afternoon tea is this? And so I think we're going to try and find it, and we're going to go to it. But yeah, I feel like some of the afternoon teas are overpriced. I say some of them, a lot of them are overpriced. But what you're paying for is the ambience, the experience, and all of that type of stuff. And I get that, but I do feel like some of them now are just getting ridiculously overpriced. I mean, 70 and 80 pounds. I mean, if you think about it, if I think that 70 pounds is value for money to go to the Ned and enjoy a buffet, but in the same token, you're going to pay 70 pounds and go for afternoon tea, it's really expensive. So when Mark and I do go, it is for you guys to see what the afternoon teas are like. Like a couple of people will message me and say, oh, is that off? So it's one girl's birthday, and she messaged me on, so everyone can see the message if you want to go back and have a look. And she was asking me, is roast a good afternoon tea, or is ting a good afternoon tea? Now, there's layers to that question, because ting, I didn't think was value for money. However, the ambiance there, the views there, that's what makes the afternoon tea. So it makes it. Plus, I think you can get more refills as well. So that really makes the afternoon tea. However, roast, so you need to think about what is it you want for your birthday. If you go to roast afternoon tea, again, you have the ambiance and all of that, but you don't have those fantastic views and stuff like that. So I guess you have to ask yourself, is it a special birthday, what is it you want from your birthday, or if it's a special occasion, what is it you want from that special occasion. Now the quality of roast afternoon tea is really good. I won't lead you wrong on that. The quality of roast is good and traditional. It is. So the afternoon tea there, they did the pork and the apple in the sub roll, excellent. They did the open salmon sandwich, that was really good. They did the beef croquette, they were really good. They did the Scotch egg, that was really good. Do you know what I mean? There was hardly anything on that I thought, do you know what? I don't really like this. There was a couple of things, but not really. But instead of, my advice is, if you want to do the shard, don't go and do the afternoon tea. Go and do hutong. Go and do a set menu, because I think their set menu is like 60. I think they've got like 60, 65, 80 and all of that. Go and pick a set menu and go and do hutong. The ambiance is good, the views are good, the service is amazing, the food is amazing. You can't go, like, if there was one that I was going to recommend, if you said to me, should I go to afternoon tea at the Shard, I would say no. Go and do a set menu at Hutong. It's really, really good. I cannot tell you how good it is. And if you decide that you want to order duck, it will be a supplement. And yes, it will be expensive. And yes, the mocktails and the cocktails are expensive. So bear that in mind when you choose that. But really look into it. And I'm telling you here and now, Hutong is amazing. If you want to do a special birthday or something, or you just want to do it for your birthday, you want to do something special on your birthday, it doesn't have to be a special birthday. I would 100% say Hutong. If you want something a bit more, alternative, like, I would say Duck and Waffle. Duck and Waffle is really good, and it's on Liverpool Street, and it's one of those things where it's alternative to doing something really, expensive like Hutong, or something expensive like an afternoon tea. Go to Duck and Waffle. And how do you spell Hutong? It's Hutong, so Hutong. Hutong. I'm saying Hooton, but no, Hutong. So and it's in the Shard. I have done a video with it because I went with my mum. So if you want to see what the food is like, have a look at that video. But trust me, go take a look at the menu. Go and do a signature menu. Go and do a normal menu, or a set menu. And you will see that the food is really nice. Gonna go, Kelly. Nice to see you, dear. Oh, bless you. And happy weekend, everyone. Yes, to you too. I'm gonna go off in a minute because I've done an hour and a half and I can still talk. But yeah, Hutong, really lovely restaurant, great views, all of that type of stuff. Aqua Shard, again, it's in the Shard. It's very nice, and the afternoon tea is really nice. But the savouries are really good. I don't think much of the sweets on there. Yeah. But I'm one for that. I want both to be good, and Fortnum's used to be really good. So I would have said the savouries and the sweets both really good. But the last time when I went, which was last year for my mum's birthday, bearing in mind it was a special birthday for my mum, I didn't rate it at all, and I would say roast surpassed that afternoon tea. And roast is not as expensive. I think it was like something like £80 or something that we paid per person at Fortnum's. But I would have to say roast's afternoon tea is a lot better. But a lot of these places, if you want to try these places, but you don't want to pay like astronomical money, you can go and do these set menus. They are expensive, yes. I can't lie to you, they are expensive. But cheaper than if you were going to go and do an a la carte or whatever. So go to these places, go and check them out, really have a look at them. And if you think, oh, do you know what, I wouldn't mind paying that, or this is within my budget, check out all the menus. Check out, like, Oxo Tower does a prefix menu. Hutong does a prefix menu. Duck and Waffle, you don't need it. They're really reasonable prices, and they're open 24 hours. Imagine you can go and watch sunset or sunrise, or depends on how you could go in at 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and it's open 24/7, and there's somebody there ready to make duck and waffle for you. It's wild. It's wild to think that in London you can do those types of things. Do you know what I mean? So go and check these places out. You know, we do these videos and we hope that maybe you see something that is within your price range, or we do something and you think, oh God, that food does look interesting, I want to go and try that. And we'll also tell you, you know, like, don't bother going there because it's rubbish, it's overhyped. At the moment, I would say the Ned is overpriced. Mark and I will do it because he's been talking about it for ages. But in my opinion, it is well overpriced for what you get. Even if it is unlimited oysters and like unlimited lobster, I feel like 100. It was £100 last year, and I believe at New Year or something like that, or it was a special occasion, they raised their price to 110. So I don't know if it's still at 110. It could be more. Who knows? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this live, even though Mark had to run off. I hope you put up with me for the last, 30 minutes, and I hope I made you proud. I hope it was all right. Have a wonderful, amazing weekend, everyone. Let us know what you get up to next week if we see you on Tuesday. Yes, Kath, we'll see you on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, let us know what you got up to at the weekend, and I hope you have a really good one. Anyway, it's a sign off for Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things. Don't forget, you're never too old to have fun, and don't forget to melt my cheese. All right, everyone, have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to catch up with our videos on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will be MK Vacays, and it will be my birthday vlog. And then on Sunday, Mark has his one going on, but I can't remember what it was, but it was one that we did last week. Oh, roast. It's going to be roast. So enjoy, guys, and see you on Tuesday. Bye for now. Bye.